Are you struggling to feel comfortable in yourself after you've gone through a change in your life? If you have, I can relate and I get it. It is not easy. Change is hard. Many of you and my clients and myself have struggled through changes in our lives in the past, and we will continue to. But there are some ways to make it easier. I'm a life coach. I was trained by Martha Beck, who is a best-selling author of multiple books. She has created a framework for change. So maybe you're facing a change such as moving countries, maybe you're a new parent, perhaps you've gone through a change of career, or maybe there's been a health diagnosis, or you've lost somebody, or something has happened in your life that changes who you were from before that happened to a new person after this event or this time, this new change. And figuring out who we are in that change is not easy for most of us. So, I want to talk today about 3 reasons why you might be struggling to get comfortable with who you are in this new reality. The first one brings me back to Martha Beck and her framework. So, most of us don't know that there is a consistent way change kind of happens for everybody, no matter what the change is. So, once we know this, we can kind of expect and understand where we are in the change cycle. So there are 4 stages of change. Stage 1 is called death and rebirth. And as you can imagine, that's not a very comfortable time. And this is when most clients come to me and are feeling really stuck, really uncomfortable, don't know who they are in this new reality, and are finding it really hard and just feel lost. If you can imagine square one, which is death and rebirth, I want you to imagine a caterpillar who goes into a chrysalis. So it's similar to what we do as humans. This caterpillar goes into this safe place. They're going through some change. And as they are changing, they become completely broken down, and they're not, half butterfly, half caterpillar. They are really just broken down into their liquid so that they are ready to be reborn as a butterfly. As humans, we need to do the same thing. So it's a breaking down of our old lives to rebuild into our new lives. So this is, as you can imagine, a pretty uncomfortable and difficult time that we don't really get training on. It just happens. And so we're often resisting it, we're often fighting this, but this is a time when you know what's happening and you can give yourself that safe space that's required in square one. It makes it a little bit easier to be able to move through it, which does happen. Now, the second part that will help you go through it, other than knowing that there is this framework, there are stages that we go through, and stage 1 or square one is uncomfortable. One of the main jobs when you're stuck in square one and you are this caterpillar breaking down is the need for you to grieve. No longer is this caterpillar a caterpillar, it's going to be a butterfly. It doesn't know that yet. We don't know what's coming next for us, but we do know that we liked being a caterpillar. We like a lot of things about our current reality before the change. And so there's lots of pieces that we will be grieving, even if it's an exciting change that we're in, having a new baby, being newly married. These are exciting things, but there's parts of the life that now we realize needed to go and did go. So that's no longer the current reality. And we need to allow this space and time, again, in this chrysalis safe space, to be able to grieve and feel the emotions that surface as a result of this change that has happened for us. Now, the third one is also something that is required in square one before we really can move to square two. And this one is called disbelieving. And it's all about the thoughts that we are thinking in this new life we've brought from our previous life. And this is when if we can really take the opportunity that change gives us to check in and question everything that we believe and the thoughts that we think to see if this is actually matching how we want to move forward. And when people don't do that, they really struggle to show up in this new circumstance carrying their old beliefs and old ways of being with them because it won't fit. So, whatever it is, if there's grieving, we have to make space and time and let ourselves grieve. And then disbelieving, which is letting go or challenging the thoughts that we have that no longer serve us. Just to give a little bit of an example, I'm currently dealing and in square one in my own life. So I am facing a change that, even though it's been a long time situation for me, I've got MS and I've had it since I was 13, over 40 years ago. But only recently has it really impacted my life and changed the way I can move forward. So I've had to really allow myself to grieve, which is not that easy, especially when you've been living with something for so long. But now that it's completely changed how I am in the world, it's required a lot of me being okay with being sad and being, see, and there's the emotion. It's there, whether we want it there or not, the emotion's there. And if we don't let ourselves grieve it, we can't move forward. So, this having a disease that is impeding the way I can show up in the world is a sad thing, right? But I'm grieving the story of how I wanted to be. And that doesn't matter what the change is. When we change and a new situation arises, there's things we're letting go of. And we have to make room for this new way of being. Even with MS and not being able to move the way I want to move. There's still something coming for me and I need to make space for that. But first I have to grieve what I'm letting go of. So take your time, know that change happens in a particular way. When we resist it, it doesn't move as freely, but know that if you get yourself into a chrysalis, take the time to allow yourself to break down by grieving what is lost and disbelieving anything that's in your way that's not serving you moving forward. I hope that helped you. Let me know if you want more information about change and the change cycle. I'm looking forward to sharing a lot more about change. And if you have a particular change that you're going through that you would like some support with, let me know and leave it in the comments. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.